American teenager. Hey, listen, let's talk about COVID-19 and the impact it has had on your mental health and your life. My name's Keith Deltano, let's rock and roll. What we're seeing right now is referrals for mental illness, referrals for mental health challenges have gone way up, especially within the teen population. And why that's happening is the shutdowns that have occurred because of COVID-19. And so what has happened is you've lost control. A loss of control is disorienting. So I'm going to talk about the impact this has on teenagers that are struggling with mental health issues like OCD, anxiety disorders, mood disorders like bipolar and depression. And I want to say right off the bat, I'm OCD, and I'm going to share some of the strategies that I use to deal with difficult times, particularly what's going on with COVID-19. So what you have experienced, all American teens, no matter where you are, Alaska, Detroit, okay, Phoenix, it doesn't matter, you've all experienced a loss of control of your life. So what that means is all the things you used to do, you can't do. You've lost your football season this year, beginning of school. You've lost your girls' volleyball season, okay? Some of you can't actually go to school and are gonna have to interact online, okay? Your social gatherings, everything you used to do, for many of you, you can't do because of the impact of COVID-19. And for some of you, that's incredibly stressful. If you have a mental illness, an anxiety disorder, or a mood disorder, it's more distressful. Because one of the things you do, and you may not be aware of it, is you do certain things at certain times during the day. And all those things are gone now, which creates anxiety, depression, and just about everybody. If you've noticed, you know, the people you live with might be stressed out. There's financial pressures in homes in America that have never experienced financial pressure. There's a lot going on. And if you're a teenager in America, it's tough. If you're a teenager with a mental illness in America, it's tougher. So I'm going to give you strategies for how to deal with the disruptions that COVID-19 has caused in your life all over America. These strategies are particularly targeted to people that are struggling with anxiety disorders and mood disorders. But look, man, it doesn't matter who you are. I want to help you. So I'm going to talk a little bit about mental illness and a couple chemicals, particularly dopamine and serotonin. These two chemicals, a lot of times if you have an anxiety disorder or mood disorder, aren't at the correct levels on a good day. So what COVID-19 has done is create stress. Stress has a negative impact on these chemicals, and what you want to do is engage in activities that fire these chemicals, which will elevate your mood. Really what we want to do is impose a new schedule on the schedule you lost, impose structure on the schedule you lost, and talk a lot about self-care and coping skills. Coping skills, if you're a mentally ill person, is a way that you change what you do in order to be healthy. You cope, you develop coping skills. But even if you're watching this and you don't have a mental illness, you still need to develop coping skills to deal with the new normal. If you're just lying on your bed, watching your phone 8 hours a day, that's gonna lead to depression, panic, and anxiety. Let's get started. Okay, like I said, school closures, business closed, I can't work. Every single bit of structure, everything that I always do is shot. So now I'm making lists and I'm trying to replace the structure I had with new structure. So I'm making a balance for that thing. So this was supposed to be done in the summer, but there is no summer because there is no spring, there's no end of school, there's no nothing. So I put this on my list. So last night I could see it on my list, and that helps me be sane because I have something on my list to structure my day since all the structure is gone. And if you have a mood disorder, you like structure, but it's gone. So the whole theme of this is a coping skill to put structure into your day so that you can survive and not get hospitalized. So we're doing projects, cheap projects, because we don't have any money because they shut down what I do. So this is gonna be fun because I'm wearing my, okay, don't laugh. I'm wearing my work around the house clothes and my torn jeans, and that makes me happy. So, okay, so I'm enjoying myself, and that says 78 inches, 78 inches. So I'm being creative, which releases serotonin. Serotonin with people with mood disorders, we don't produce enough of it, people think. So creativity makes me happy. So I can't do the things I want. So now I'm doing something that I didn't plan on doing, but I'm sticking it in my day and put it on my calendar because that makes me happy. All right, so the balance is 78 inches. So there's 78. I want an inch of clearing on two sides. Then I need room for the props. That's 83. So I'm out here using my right brain, my creative brain. I'm not worrying about paying the mortgage. I spend time worrying about that, but I'm not gonna worry about it now. So if you're out there in a teen and you're freaking out about something, and then fill your day in with something. This is not what I planned on doing. I'm supposed to be flying to Alaska to do a tour in Alaska, speaking in schools about suicide prevention and racism and bullying, all this stuff. None of that's gonna happen. Therefore, I'm shifting in activities to keep me healthy. All right, so now we get to use power tools. Power tools make me happy. So these are safety glasses as well as sunglasses. So now I'm gonna run the power tool, and that's gonna make me happy because it does. So I'm not telling you to run power tools. I'm telling you, find something that makes you happy that you still can do and put it in your day, in a calendar, so you got something to keep you healthy. All right. That was fun. I'm making something. Not thinking about depressing stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Okay, we have finished the valance and I'm done. Except it's like 3:30 and I got the rest of the day because I'm not working because of COVID. So I could think about my loss of income. I could think about all the things I've lost. I could think about my senior daughters not being able to go to the prom. I can be obsessive compulsive, or I can go to the garden. Let's go to the garden. Okay, so you're like, Keith, you don't look like a gardener. I wasn't a gardener until one day I was in therapy. I don't have to go anymore because I'm better. And the guy said, you've got to do things that are relaxing. And I said, I work, I like to work. And so he said, you've got to do something that's relaxing, that's not work, that makes you not think. Because if you have a mood disorder, sometimes your brain just goes, wee, and that's not good. So this is what we came up with. This is the garden. I've had it several years. Okay, so today on my calendar, remember we've been talking about the calendar on a list. So on the list, I had a bunch of work I do have to do as far as sending out emails and working on my website because all my shows have been canceled because of the school closures. Did I mention that? See, I get repetitive, see? So today on my list was a reward, and the reward is, are you wait for it? It's huge, man, it's huge. The reward is planting, what are they? Cherry tomatoes. So I'm gonna plant the cherry tomatoes today, and that's gonna be a big deal. We got them cheap because they're so little. And I take out these things here, and I'm planting the cherry tomatoes, and it's making me very happy because it's that serotonin thing, and that's making me happy. Because I'm doing something to fill in the time that I lost of the other things I'm supposed to be doing. So you're sitting there going, Keith, I live in an apartment in New York, dude, or Keith, I don't like power tools, or Keith, I don't have a house, or Keith, I'm 16 years old and I'm freaking out. And I got OCD and my meds aren't working, and whatever, stay on your meds, by the way. Look, man, all I'm saying, I'm not telling you to make a valance. I'm not telling you to I'm telling you this. Find ways to structure a day and then put in other things that you would not have been doing because you lost the things because of the COVID shutdowns and the stay at home and the closures of school. All right, teenager, and I, you know, you may be in an apartment in Detroit and well, look, man, look around your room. You got a room or you share it and think, I'm gonna paint this thing. Can of paint at a discount store is $15. Paint your room. Okay, there's a day or two, right? Design something, create something. Schedule a Zoom call with your friends. Make it 10 o'clock on Thursday. If it's Wednesday and you make it 10 o'clock on Thursday, when you go to sleep Wednesday night, instead of freaking out about all this stuff going on, you'll be thinking, hey, I've got a call with my friends 10 o'clock on Thursday. Then put 3 o'clock on Thursday, something else, teen. I don't know what it could be. Right? Put something else. Watch one episode of Stranger Things, Joomla with my friends about that particular episode. Something, man. Start putting something down, even if it's ridiculous. My balance is a little ridiculous. but it filled up part of the day. And the squirrels are gonna come, and I'll get to fight the squirrels. The squirrels are in the mud. The squirrels got my tomatoes and my melons last. The squirrels are like, come on, baby. And they come up, and I look at them, and I yell at them, and they go like, what you want? What you want? So I can look forward, I'll put on my calendar, fight squirrels. Make a list, build a calendar, substitute all the things that you now have to create for the things you lost. Because if you just focus on the things you lost because of the closures, you'll have a sucking chest wound of a day. And if you have a mood disorder, that is going to create more anguish in your day than if you do not. I think that's it. Oh, squirrel! So in the comments section, I want you to let me know what your coping skills would be for dealing with this total lack of comfort and ritual that you've lost, especially if you have a mood disorder. And so I'd like you to know, what are your ideas for getting through COVID? I'll be back.